The Rams torched the Eagles' defense in the first half of the football game. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua combined for 129 yards and a touchdown on 9 catches in the first half. But in the second half, they were held to only 60 yards on 6 catches. The Eagles' defense allowed 0 points and only 81 yards in the second half. They did not allow a play, one single snap, in Eagles territory. In the first half, the Rams had a .634 dropback EPA. .2 is a really good game, so they were triple that, with a 61.5% success rate. In the second half, it was a negative .614 dropback EPA with only a 20.8% success rate. Sean Desai made a lot of adjustments, right? He made a lot of adjustments at halftime, and it caused the Eagles to shut down this offense. Well, let's go to the tape and find out. The Eagles are in cover 1 man on this play. They're bringing a blitz from one of the linebackers. The other linebacker is watching the running back. Since he stays in to protect, he also comes on the blitz. And so what that means is we've got straight man coverage and we've got one safety in the middle of the field. Because you have help in the middle of the field, you're playing outside leverage. You want to funnel everything inside to where you have help. We've got Mario Goodrich in the slot, isolated on Cooper Kupp, playing way too far off the ball. This is just going to be a little easy slant route for a pitch and catch. Easy. Doesn't get easier than this. We'll roll the tape here. See that subtle step outside right at the snap? This is a great indicator. We're in cover 1 man. Right before the snap, we're taking this little step. Boom, right there. Kupp does a good job threatening outside, breaks off inside. That's just too easy. Big gain there for the Rams. On this next play, again, the Eagles are going to bring pressure. They're going to bring 5 guys here. Now, they did this a lot in this game, and they're trying to force one-on-one matchups with the defensive line. Because if you can get these one-on-one matchups, you assume one of these guys are going to win. But the negative here is that now you have Nicholas Morrow lined up one-on-one in the slot with Cooper Kupp. And, I mean, that's going to go about how you expected it to. Just a little in-breaking route here. Just dust him. Easy throw there for Matthew Stafford. So you're not able to get there fast enough to disguise or to cover up for a linebacker in one-on-one coverage with Cooper Kupp. Here, the Eagles are going to bring pressure from depth. Both linebackers are coming from a depth spot, and we're playing. This is cover 0 straight across the board, and you have Reed Blankenship against Cooper Kupp. Now, this is empty, so you're bringing 6 against only 5 blockers. You know that you're getting a free runner, and because of this, and because of the fact that they've been throwing in breakers, Reed Blankenship's going to step down and look at his hips. He's facing this way. He's taking away this in-breaking route. This is a really good job by Reed Blankenship. See what? He steps down here. Boom. I'm going to make, if you break outside and we get beat outside, so be it. But I know that you want to break inside, and I know I don't have help there. I'm going to make this go outside, be a longer throw. And he comes up, he collisions at the catch point. It's a really good job by Reed Blankenship. You do not expect a safety to win against Cooper Kupp, but he's able to do it there, and he's able to do it because of his instincts and the pass rush behind. And notice this formation. Anytime we've got the point man up here on the line and a guy right here, almost every time they're going to motion this guy in and they're going to snap him through this gap to get him a free release and to mess it up. Nicholas Morrow is right here. He is going to bounce outside. I'm going to roll the tape for just a second, and then I'll pause it and show you what this coverage is. We are boxing this coverage. Out of bunch, we're boxing. That means Nicholas Morrow. Let's just draw it here. Nicholas Morrow has this corner of the box, low and inside. Our cornerback has low and outside, high and outside, high and inside. And then we're basically playing straight up man over here. And Reed Blankenship has eyes on any sort of a crosser. So this is the sort of coverage we're playing. And watch how they mess with the coverage rules here. Like, we get this guy coming in to draw Morrow, and then Cooper Kupp is just going to break inside. And so this is a good coverage. We've got first in, first out, but both went in. And it's a good job of messing with the box rules against bunches. And, I mean, it's pretty good coverage. It's a pretty good job of reacting there by Eli Ricks to that, having 2 in breakers, but it's still going to be a completion that moves the sticks. This time the Rams are going to motion Cooper Kupp across the formation. He's right here lined up on James Bradbury, but they motion him across the formation into the slot. This is going to push Eli Ricks out into the slot where he is responsible. It's going to get what was your weak side safety is now your strong safety, and he's going to have to step down to the slot receiver, and that puts Reed Blankenship rotating back into a cover one look. And I mean, Cooper Kupp against Eli Ricks, that's an advantage defense. Like, this is a great job here. The Rams used motion continually in this game. He's just going to snap off this in-breaking route, ball's out. You feel really confident Cooper Kupp is going to beat a UDFA just in straight man coverage. Now this time, again, notice we've got the point man. We're going to motion in here, but instead of motion and snapping through this gap like we've been talking about, he's instead going to motion snap outside the receiver, and I think this messes this up. I think, I'm not positive, but I think this is still a box coverage with Bradbury responsible for the top, and then Mario Goodrich would be responsible out here, and then we've got a safety, and we've got another corner. I think this is what we're looking at here, but I'm not positive what the adjustment is here for this bunch, but as we roll the tape, you see there's going to be, whatever it is, there's a miscommunication between your two cornerbacks because nobody takes the speed out here. So we get the motion in. Now at this point, I feel like he's back here, here. These are the 4 points of the box, and I could be wrong about that, but you see that Mario Goodrich just doesn't get outside. He sits on Cooper Kupp. Well, you've also got a linebacker on Cooper Kupp, and James Bradbury recognizes it and tries to dive down, and, I mean, it's leaving this guy open, but the ball's already coming out, so you've got to take this first threat, and he's unable to get there. A really good ball by Stafford. The Rams win that rep for a touchdown on the opening drive. So on the ensuing drive, Sean Desai makes an adjustment. We're going to put Darius Slay on Cooper Kupp and just follow him wherever he goes. So we've got Slay, we've got Cooper Kupp. We don't want to let Cooper Kupp beat us. The problem, Cooper Kupp's just a really good receiver. Watch this route he runs. He's going to get this jab step inside and then breaks off this corner route, and he just gets Slay turned around and gets wide open on this one. So best on best here, Slay on Kupp. Look at that jab step right there inside. It's really good route running. Boom. And then he creates that separation for a throw and a huge gain there. Sometimes their best beats your best, and there's just not a whole lot that you can do about it. On this rep, the pass rush just wins. The Eagles are going to bring pressure. We're bringing pressure. We're bluffing pressure here and bailing out. But we're going to have, from this bunch formation, just a speed out here. And this is going to get open. But the problem for the Rams is that Josh Sweat just insta-wins against the left tackle. He's going to force this ball to come out before Stafford's ready for it to, and it's going to sail high. So watch the motion here. Kupp is going to get wide open. I mean, this is open, right? This is way open for an NFL throw. You've got a corner way off on inside leverage. You're breaking outside. You expect this throw to be made, but Josh Sweat is right here in the face of Matthew Stafford, and Stafford doesn't handle it very well. Sails that one. Sometimes the pass rush just wins. Even though the coverage wasn't good, the pass rush bails you out, which is something we're going to see again later in this video. Here's another missed throw by Stafford that's probably induced by pressure. The Rams are going to run just a crossing route and then a deep in route, a dig route here. The dig route is going to be wide open, and Stafford's going to miss the throw. Now, there's pressure. The Eagles are collapsing this pocket. Like, that's not a comfy pocket to throw from. You should be able to make this throw. This is a bad miss from Stafford, but you've got this route right here. You've got a cornerback over the top. You're throwing to the middle of the field. This is also a throw that should be made, and it's behind, and it's almost intercepted by Nicholas Morrow. The ball hits the ground. Pass rush wins again here with a perfect play call. Let's just roll this and watch the motion that we settle into first. So we motion out to empty. All right, now the Eagles are going to bring pressure. They're going to bring Nicholas Morrow up the middle. Stafford is checking this here. The matchup that the Rams want here is they want Cooper Kupp in the slot at the top of the screen against Reed Blankenship. And so we've got that right here. He's going to sort of run like a wheel route, and he's going to get by Reed Blankenship. But the problem is you've got Jalen Carter right here, and Jalen Carter is the person that the Rams are really concerned about. They're going to slide protection this way. So you've got a double team on Carter. We're blocking here. That leaves two guys to block three here. And so the left guard is going to block the defensive tackle. The left tackle blocks whichever of these guys comes. If they both come, and they both come, he has to block the biggest threat, which in this case is going to be the inside man. It leaves Josh Sweat untouched off the edge. That's the only reason this play is not a touchdown. So you see the free run there, but you also see this wheel route from Cooper Kupp. This is Cooper Kupp running behind Reed Blankenship. This should be a touchdown. If Stafford has a second more to get this ball out, this is a touchdown. But again, your pass rush wins. And This is a perfect play call for the situation from the Rams. However, you probably just don't want to be sliding to double team Jalen Carter there. You need to just straight man block that and trust that Stafford's going to be able to get that ball up, that your protection can hold up for a second and a half. Big miss there for the Rams. This time the Eagles are going to, again, be in a single high coverage. Reed Blankenship is your deep middle defender here. It's man across the board other than that. The Rams are going to run a drag route here from this receiver, a streak from the slot receiver Tutu Atwell. The Eagles are going to pass this off. They're going to exchange this between the linebacker and the safety. And Tutu Atwell is just going to dust Justin Evans here in coverage. Reed Blankenship's late getting over. This should be a touchdown. Matthew Stafford just misses the throw. It's an open pocket. It's right there. That play is there for the taking. And Stafford just misses it. I mean, look at the pocket again. Look where he's delivering this ball from. Nobody's hitting him. He's got room to make this throw. He's got all this room to lay this ball out here for a touchdown. Just overshoots it. Here again, the Rams are going to motion Cooper Kupp, and they're going to motion him into a stack to take an inside release. This is going to force a switch, a pass off here between Bradley Roby in the slot and James Bradbury. So we'll watch this here, and you'll see James Bradbury is not going to end up on Kupp. He's going to release inside and runs a corner route. And then on the outside, we've got a pivot route. And Matthew Stafford's going to take this shot to Cooper Kupp, and I think it's the right decision. Like, the ball's out right here. Kupp's behind him. There's inside leverage. We're throwing outside. I think this one is more on Kupp than Stafford. Kupp turns the wrong way. He turns over this shoulder, and then he has to spin around and go try to find the ball, and it's just a bit overthrown. I think there's a window there for that to be a completion. I think you would normally expect that to be a completion, but Kupp, in his first game of the season coming off of IR, just not quite on the same page with Stafford there when it comes to ball location. This is another piece of flawed execution by the Rams. Tutu Atwell is going to run this dig route. Eli Ricks is in the slot this time. He's going to let Atwell come to him, jam him, and then release into the flat to worry about this receiver. James Bradbury is sitting outside leverage. Reed Blankenship's too far inside. Something is off structurally here. I'm not sure whose fault it is. But right here, you've got this huge void in the middle of the field that we're breaking into to throw the football. Matthew Stafford delivers the pass. Atwell just doesn't bring it in. Missed opportunity after missed opportunity for this Rams offense. Then we go to the fourth down that essentially ends the game. Hassan Reddick's going to come off the side, defeat the chip, and he's going to get the sack on a back-to-back play to essentially end the game. Before we get into the defense, just watch this rush. It's incredible. He gets chipped. He's like parallel to the ground here. He manages to stay up, gets by the tackle, and hits Stafford. So that's a great pass rush. It's a good thing it's a great pass rush because look at the coverage behind. We're bracketing Cooper Kupp on the outside. Cornerback's playing outside leverage. Safety is playing inside leverage. We are double teaming Cooper Kupp. We're not going to let him beat us. We do get beat up the seam. And it's right there, and the throw gets missed. So we rolled the tape here. He gets beat up the seam. Like, if there's time to throw this ball, Stafford's laying this ball out here. And again, it's a potential touchdown. The Eagles were very aggressive in this game. They're bringing lots of pressure here at Stafford, and it eventually starts to get home. And here you see the sack to end the game. So the good news is that Sean Desai did try a lot of things. There was bracket coverage, there were box coverages, triangle coverages. There were a lot of different things tried in this game. There was a lot of pressure brought at Matthew Stafford. Did it work? I don't honestly think so. I'm glad to see that Sean Desai is willing to try things, but at the end of the day, what really brought this game home for the Eagles was their pass rush. And Sean Desai was a part of that. He was very aggressive. He was going a lot of cover one man, bringing 5, and it allowed the Eagles to win matchups. At the end of the day, that had a lot more to do with the Rams' offensive inefficiency. As you could see on the video, a lot of missed throws, several drops. A lot of it came down to Matthew Stafford's internal clock being sped up. I was encouraged to see that Sean Desai was willing to throw the kitchen sink at Matthew Stafford, tried a lot of different things. And even though coverage-wise they may or may not have worked, the Eagles did shut down the Rams' defense in the second half on the back of a fantastic pass rush performance.